Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a video today that I'm super excited about and hopefully you guys are excited about it too. A few of you reminded me it's been a while since I've done my spring favorites, and so I really wanted to get that out for you. It's also been a while since I've done my summer favorites, so that one's going to be coming too. But we're going to start with spring. I was a little underwhelmed this year with all the nail polish collections that came out. There were a few that I really liked and I do have some polishes from those in here, but for the most part I was like, oh, these just aren't calling my name. They're not my jam. And so I thought this is a good time for me to actually do a spring favorites because I really wanted to pull out things that I was craving. So that's what I did. I pulled out a lot of polishes that I was craving. There's a few new ones in here. There's a couple classics in here. And then there are some that are from like the last 5 years, which is a good range because I usually kind of go back to the 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018. And so we're kind of fading out of those, which is good for me. So I'm finding a lot of new favorites. So this is going to have a lot of my probably new favorites in it, and so I'm super excited about it. And hopefully if you feel like we haven't had a lot of great spring polishes that have come out recently, this will be a fun video for you. And most of these are available. I think maybe there's one in here that might be hard to find. It's a good one though. I have to include it. Before we get into it, I will talk about my shirt. It's a cute little kind of cap sleeve top that I got from Target. Levi brand. It has little blue pinstripes on it, and I just thought it was a nice cool top. I'm trying to find some dressier tops. I feel like I just kind of get into that camp of wearing comfortable clothes ever since COVID, and so I really just want something a little dressier, and that while this is still casual, it's kind of dressier too. So anyway, I think it's super cute. And on my lips I'm wearing this Buxom lip gloss, which is called Lingerie. Love this one so much. I've worn it quite a bit. And then on my nails I'm wearing one of these polishes in here, and we'll talk about that. It was in my last review, so you probably saw it, but I'll talk about it when I get to it. So I have 23 or 22 polishes here. It's pretty much a random number, but I picked out the polishes that I was just feeling and some of my old favorites, and it feels good. It's a good palette. I'll have a picture of all the polishes together on like the thumbnail of the YouTube video, but they just all look really good together and they make me feel like spring, and some are leaning a little more summer just because I'm feeling ready for that. So let's get into it. First up we have Stay Fluid. This is from the Be Them All collection that was released at the very beginning of this year, and it's a really beautiful white polish, but it's a pearly white polish. It's almost a little chrome, but it's really interesting actually, and it's not streaky. It's a really cool pearly polish. It has a really great formula. It's really buildable, and it brings a little bit of brightness to the white, and so I actually really liked this one. I found it to be quite different, and this is one that kind of surprised me. I didn't think I'd like it, but then I really did. I have another one of those in here that's kind of a pearly that surprised me, like this one too. But yeah, I like to find different variations of white because I do like to wear white in the spring and summer, and this one is a stark white. I feel like it does have like a hint of pink in it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's a pretty crisp white. Sometimes I like them to be a little more subtle or a little calmed down with a little bit of pink, but this one is probably a little bit brighter, but it's a really nice one. One of you on Instagram messaged me and said they have a new Riviera Rush collection at Ulta. Is that the name? Yeah. I was looking at it, I was like, oh, it's got some polishes from the Be Them All collection, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. I think it's like a mix of two collections or something, but there's two new polishes in that collection that are different from the Be Them All that I ordered that I'll probably be reviewing here pretty soon. And one's like a bright kind of yellow and one's a bright turquoise, so they look really interesting. But anyway, this is from the Be Them All collection. Next up is on the brighter side. This is from the Essie Love collection that came out in July 2023. So it's been around for a while, and it's a really nice pale yellow that I've been waiting for a long time. Essie did come out with one from the Gel Couture collection called Atelier at the Bay, and it's very similar in color to this, but the formula is definitely more sheer than this one. So this one actually has a really thick buildable formula, although I would say you probably still would want to do 3 coats with this one, but it's like so close to 2 coats, and it's just beautiful. I love a pale yellow. It would look so cute with this shirt too. Just perfect for spring. I always just crave this pale yellow, and this one is just the perfect balance of white and yellow. They could even do one just slightly more white than this. Wouldn't that be beautiful? They should have done that for spring. They should have taken all these pastel colors and just made them a little bit lighter so we have like the lightest of the lights. And I've been doing a series, a compare and contrast series on my channel. I did compare pale pinks, pale lavenders, pale mints, and a lot of you are wanting like like a pale yellow or a pale peach, and I might do one of those soon, but this is definitely one of my favorite pale yellows. Next up is OPI Coastal Sand-tuary, and I love this one. This came out in the Malibu Summer 2021 collection, and I wore it so much that spring. I love it so much. It's a beautiful beige color, but it definitely leans peach, and the more I had it against some other peaches that I had out here, I was like, oh, it actually really is a peach. But I felt like it was always a beige, but it really does have a nice hint of peach, and so that's probably why I love it so much. But it's a really light color. It's got kind of a sheerish curly formula, but it builds up pretty well, but you probably will need 3 coats of this one. But I just love the color tone. It's got a little bit of brightness to it as well, so it is going to have that contrast on your skin. So it's a beautiful kind of nude shade that's a little bit brighter and fun, which is definitely what I want when we're going into spring. Of course, I added this polish, Talk to the Sand. You guys know I love this. I've loved it ever since it came out. This is from the Sunny Business 2020 collection, and it was such a bright spot during that time, and I just love it. It's so bright and crisp, and it has quite a bit of white in the base, and it's just the most beautiful peach shade. So I love this one. I've talked about it a lot. I love it in spring. I love it in summer. I would wear it any time of year, honestly, but this is definitely the time that I start to crave this one, and it looks really nice with a tan, and yes, such a great one. Like I said, if you don't have this yet, I've talked about it so much, then what are you doing? Go find this one. Sunday Brunch is this next one. This is a D&D polish, and this is from the Soda Poppin' collection that came out last year, and this is a really bright peach as well. It's pretty close to Talk to the Sand, but this one's quite a bit brighter. It's almost neon. It's like a pastel neon, and it has a little bit more orange in it, so it's just a little more tinted. And so this one's a little softer, even though it's still bright. So this is quite bright, but I'm really into like the peaches and corals right now. And so this is definitely one that I want to wear again. I love it. I've been really loving D&D polishes. They said they were going to send me their spring collection, but I haven't heard back, and then nothing has come. So I'm hoping they do, because this year it looks so fantastic. Their collections are pretty large. They're like 36-piece collections, which can be overwhelming for me, but I'm planning on doing some favorite D&D polish videos soon, so you guys can see which ones that I really like, because there's so many good ones, and this is definitely one of them. And then of course I had to add Filling Wellies, you guys. This is such a great polish. This is from their spring 2020 collection. The color of this is just what I love so much. The formula is great too. It's a really great buildable formula. 2 to 3 coats for this one, but I love the orange in this. It's the perfect kind of yellowy orange shade, not too yellow, not too orange, just perfect. It's like a creamsicle shade. I just love it. I'll always have this in my favorites from here on out, I feel like, for spring, because it's one that I always think of and I always want to pull out this time of year. It's just stunning. I just love it. Do you guys have this one? I want to know. And do you love it as much as I do? Okay, so now we're getting into the mints. I also did have a compare and contrast video of my favorite mints, so I have a few of those in here. So you might have heard me talk about these before. But this one is First Kiss Bliss, and this is from the Blushin' and Crushin' Spring 2024 collection, so last year. I love the color tone of this one. It's got a really nice balance of green and blue. It's kind of in between, and it's really fresh, but still has a little bit of warmth in it. And so it's really nice and bright too. It has quite a bit of white in the base, and that's what I'm looking for in the spring. I wanted to add this Cost Me a Mint, but I didn't. I refrained myself. That is probably my favorite mint, but I really am liking these kind of brighter, more fresh ones right now for spring. But I just thought I'd throw that one in because it's so good, but I've talked about it a lot. But this one's really great too. It's got a great formula. Yeah, that whole collection was good. In fact, I've been craving coral a lot too, as you can see on my nails. And that Blushin' and Crushin' one, the namesake of that collection, is a beautiful coral polish, and it's making me want to pull that one out too. I didn't even pull that one out, but that's a good one too. So that whole collection was pretty great actually. And then Take the Dip is another really mint color, and I'm going to show you next to this one. This one has a little bit more lime in it, a little more green, and this has a little bit more blue. The light's bright, but just trust me on that. The formula is really great on this one too. This was part of the Just Chill collection from 2023 winter, and it was only available in the UK and parts of Europe. And then this year it just popped up. They didn't really say anything about it, but it popped up at Ulta. So you guys can get it now. It's really great. It's really fresh and it's just perfect, and I like that it has a little more green. This one reminds me of Going Guru. It's a little different than that, but it's close where it's a little more green. And Going Guru is one of my favorites too. It's a really old one, and so I think that's probably one of the reasons I like this one so much. And it's just a really nice creamy mint. And this is the darkest polish that I have in here. And I just love this color so much, you guys. This is Relax and Reset from the Morgan Taylor Naturals line that was just released the end of last year. I have a handful of those sitting right here, not too many, and I didn't ever get to the review. I probably need to pick up some more, or I probably won't get to it, but this is a standout for sure. This is a really beautiful, I would say it's not quite a teal because it has more green in it. It's a grass green that's a little bit more cool toned and has some white in the base, so it's not like totally dark. It has a little bit of brightness to it, but I think it's the perfect shade for spring or summer. I just think it's fresh and it has a hint of blue in it. So I love this one, and I think it's perfect for spring. The formula is great. I can't say anything about the wear times on these polishes from the natural line that they have come out with, but I can say that I usually look for color. That's my top priority. If a formula is really terrible, then I'll complain about it, but I usually don't complain about formula too much or lasting power because I change my polish so often. Of course, I want it to last at least 5 days, but first thing I always look for is color. Most important to me, and I love this color. I've also been wanting a lot of blues lately too this spring, and I said that last spring too, and I wore a few, but I feel like I need to pull some more out this year. One that really stuck out to me was Kiss and Spell from the Light and Fairy collection. Last year it was a Target exclusive, so I don't think you're gonna be able to find this. Maybe you can. I will link it if I can. I'll link all these down below. This one is a beautiful blue, but it has just like the tiniest hint purple in it, so it makes it just so good, and has quite a bit of white in the base, so it's quite light, which is perfect for spring. So I absolutely love this one. It's really a fresh color too. Yeah, it's just a fresh minty blue, I would say, with a little bit of purple, so it kind of leans periwinkle but not all the way, and it's just fantastic. Hopefully you can find it or if you have it, pull it out because it's just perfect. Tulips Touch from Essie is such a gorgeous color. This is also from the Blushin' and Crushin' collection from spring last year, and it's the perfect blue. It kind of reminds me of Truth and Flare, but it's kind of like a spring version of that. And if you haven't heard of Truth and Flare, it's because it's really old. But it's a polish that I've loved for a long time, and I'd always wish they'd come out with a color that was exactly like it. And this one's not exactly like it. It's like a fresher, brighter version of it, but it's a really soft, almost grayed out, but not too gray. Not enough gray to make it a fall color, just enough to make it a really soft spring color. So I absolutely love the blue tone of this one, and I'll be reaching for this one soon because I actually have not worn this on the nails yet, so I really need to wear it this spring, and I just absolutely adore this polish. It is just stunning. Okay, let's talk about some purple shades because I definitely love some good pale purples, especially this one from the Imagine That collection. This is Everything's Cake, and this polish is everything. It is so good. Did I talk about this one? Oh my gosh, was that collection last year? Yes. Did this not make my top 10? Oh my goodness. I think it did. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look back on that because that's bugging me. It had to have been, but now I need to go look back and I'll put on here what number it was, or if it was number 1 or what. Top 5, I don't know, but I love this one. It's got the hintest color of purple in it, and if you know me and have watched my channel for a while, you guys know I love OPI Hue as the artist, which is a polish like that. It's just a white with like a touch of purple. This is a white with a touch of purple and then just a little bit of pink in it, which makes it a little bit more cool toned, and so I actually like this one a little bit more than that one, and the formula is quite a bit better too. So this has kind of bumped that one out of the way finally after years, although I do still love that one. I think I'll be reaching for this one a little bit more, and it is just gorgeous. It's like the lightest hint of purple and pink, and I love shades like that for spring, so this one is definitely one of my favorites, and one that you need in your collection too. And then I also fell in love with this beautiful purple called Clique Bait. This is from the Diva First Class collection from D&D last year, and it's stunning too. It's a really interesting purple. I have nothing like this. Nothing really compares to this one. It is just beautiful. It has some pink in it. It's a pastel, but it's really bright, and it's just fresh. I've been saying that a lot, but It just is, and I absolutely love it. This is a good one for summer too. I think I wore it last summer like 2 or 3 times. I pulled it out, and I will pull it out again. It is just really, really, really good. I want to mention too here about these D&D polishes. They sell them in duo packs a lot of the time, so you'll get like a regular lacquer or a gel. You can buy them separate on the D&D website, and I do have a discount code that I'll put here if you want to buy any of their polishes, and I'll put them in the description also. If you bought them at like Beyond Polish, then you'd have to buy them as the duo, which is fine, because if you do gel too, you'll have both, and it's actually a good deal to do it that way, but you can buy these individually. And if I'm wearing them and showing them to you, they are the lacquers that I'm showing you, just so you know. Sometimes people get confused about that, and I get questions about it. A fantastic one. And then this Can't Burst My Bubble from the Morgan Taylor Now and Zen collection is fantastic too. So this is a really bright periwinkle, but it leans a little more purple. Let me show you this next to this one, because this one is definitely more like pink toned that you can see. I mean, there are polishes that are more periwinkle. I have quite a few, but this one is just slightly different. If you watch that review, I have reviews of all these collections. In fact, I'll put links to those down below. You'll see I did comparisons. It's just a little bit different. It's a little more purple, and it's new and fresh, and so I'm really loving it, and Morgan Taylor has done a fantastic job, and this is just a really nice one. Okay, so this is the time that I really start craving those pinks again, and I have 5 pinks that I want to share with you, and there could have been several more that I shared with you that I'll probably just mention off the top of my head, and maybe after I talk to him I'll mention those couple that I could have mentioned also. But we're going to start out with the lightest pink. There's a million light pinks I could have added. I didn't add any more, and I'm thinking, man, I should have added more light pinks. But go check out my lightest pinks compare and contrast video, and that will give you more ideas. Any of those will be good. But I wanted to add Inside Scoop because I haven't talked about it for a while, and it's a sheer. I think this was from their original release when they came out in 2016 with this new Gel Couture line. I love this one. It's a sheer polish, but so it's nice and squishy. You have to build it up, but I like it better than any of the other sheers because it's cool toned, and it's a really nice cool toned pink. And yeah, I think about it every spring. I don't wear it every spring, but I think about it every spring, and I definitely didn't want to leave it out this year. And then another one from that new Morgan Taylor Now and Zen collection for this spring is this one that says Pearly Pink that I was talking about when I was talking about the white pearly shade that just kind of blew my mind a little bit because I really didn't expect to like it, but I really did. It's a nice cool toned pink with some silvery kind of white pearly base in it, which makes it really bright and pow and gives you a tan and looks kind of fun and made me feel like I want spring and summer. So I actually didn't think I'd like it, but I do. I think it's so fun, and it's quite unique. I have nothing like this in my collection, and I would assume you guys probably don't have anything like this in your collection either. So I think this is definitely one to get. It's a little bit different, and I love it. You guys knew I was going to talk about this one and probably the next one. Well, the next one even more, but this is Orly Sea Blossom. This is from the Aqua Aura collection from last spring, and Orly did a good job with their spring collection last year. This is a really soft pink. It's a little bit cool leaning. I always call this Kaleidoscope Eyes baby sister. Even though it's a little bit warmer and not quite as bright. It's just a little bit softer, but I love these soft pinks, and this one's really great. Orly has been doing a really good job with their collections. I'm excited about their summer collection. I'm actually going to be sharing that pretty soon too, but has some nice bright polishes in it. Really love this soft one. This year they came out with the 1970s collection. It was kind of it didn't feel too spring for me, so I'm kind of reverting to last year's collection, and this one was just fantastic. I love any of these kind of pinks. And then yep, I had to do it. I'm adding Kaleidoscope Eyes. I was going to say this for summer, and then I was like, heck no, I'm putting this in now because I'm ready to wear it for spring and summer. So I'm going to be wearing this very soon. Half of my bottle is gone. It's about time to get another bottle before they're all gone. Talked about this one enough. It's probably my most favorite polish ever. I feel pretty confident saying that because I just love it. It's the most unique pink color. The brightness is perfection. The formula is great. Sometimes you need 3 coats, and that's okay because this is amazing. And yeah, not much else to say. I've said enough about this one. You guys definitely just need to go get it. So good. Highly recommend. Another pink that I've been absolutely loving and worn a few times and gotten a lot of compliments on is this new one from the Essie Dopamine Rush collection. The whole collection was a great collection of like brighter colors. This one and the purple one were both my favorites for sure out of the collection, but this is Fuel Your Life. I wore this in a bunch of my gardening videos and I got asked a lot of questions about it, and this was the one that I was wearing. It's a beautiful kind of raspberry shade. It's a mid-tone pink, maybe a little bit deeper than that, and it's just like the perfect pink for right now. A lot of the times I go for some of those brighter pinks in spring and summer, but I like that this is kind of a raspberry shade, and it's just fun to wear. The formula is really fantastic on this one too. So those are the pinks that I added. I could have added like OPI on another level. I could have added Ever Effervescence. Those are great ones too that I really loved last year from OPI, and there's so many Essie's pinks. I love pinks, you guys, but I kind of was sticking to things that I'm kind of craving right now. Maybe I need to do a compare and contrast pinks video, like a mid-tone pink, because there's so many great ones. Someone had mentioned that, so maybe we'll do it. That's enough pinks for now. Okay, we're getting down to it. All that's left is corals, and I've told you I've been really craving corals, and there's one polish that's responsible for me really liking corals this spring, and it's this one from Morgan Taylor. This is I'm All Cheers, and it is fantastic, you guys. Is it super original? It's not like super original. I feel like Don't Kid Yourself from Essie was pretty much exact to this one, but this one is just a little different. It has a little brightness to it, and I wore it out and I had so many compliments on this, you guys. So many, and it just was popping. It looked good with my light blue jeans. Everything I wore, I was like, dang, this color looks good with anything, and it's just, oh, I want to put it back on right now. I think I like it better than what I have on my nails, which I'm talking about next, but it's just great, and I think it's going to be good for summer too, but it just cheered me up so much this spring. And I don't know what it is about it, but I just loved it. And like I said, I've got so many compliments on it, and so it's just perfect. And the formula is really great too. Builds up nicely in 2 coats. Morgan Taylor has done a really good job, like I mentioned before. But this is one of my favorites so far this spring for sure. And it definitely got me on that coral kick. Even so much so that I went and got a pedicure and got a corally pink on my nails. And it's pretty much close to this next one that I'm going to talk about. This is my Me Era from OPI from last year, from their summer collection. I love it. It has a brightness to it. It's got some pink in it and a hint of red. And it's the perfect corally shades. OPI has a ton of corals. But this is definitely a standout for me. I think about this one quite often when I'm thinking about corals. I'm like, oh, my Me Era. I know I like that one. It just kind of stands out. It has a little bit of white in the base. It has a little bit of brightness to it. And so it's one that I always remember in here for sure. Such a good one. And then that had me craving the corally red shades. I knew I wanted to add a few reds in because I've been kind of craving red. And so I added this classic one called Cajun Shrimp that I haven't actually talked about for a little while or worn for a little while. I used to wear this every summer, but I haven't pulled it out in a bit. So it's just a step down in red. Not quite as much white in the base and just more of a red base. You guys, this has been out since 1990, so I mean, it's a good one. Been here forever, and for good reason, because it's a really great polish, and you've got to own Cajun Shrimp if you're a nail polish collector because it is just fantastic. I'm gonna wear it too. This one's really great on the toes too. Okay, we did it. That's so many polishes. I always feel a little tired after I go through all those, but they also just make me so happy and rejuvenate me, and I really needed that, especially since with these latest collections I haven't really felt that. Hopefully you guys have felt that watching this, and I hope you guys can go out and pick up some of those polishes. If you do, share and let me know, and it just makes me happy to see you guys happy too. So message me on Instagram, show me your manis. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.